Hey, welcome back to the channel. Gonna quickly talk about chapter 1007, how great this chapter was. I've been a while since I made a video, but I'm still starting off, so not too many people watching. So whoever's watching, thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoy. Just had the headset here. The microphone's not working, so this is all I got. If you like anything I have to say, please drop a like. Comment below. What did you think about the chapter? What do you think is going to happen? We're on break this week, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens after all the things that happened in this chapter. So let's talk about the MVP of this chapter. That was Chopper. So, Chopper, not only did he save everybody, the man had a nebulizer curing everybody of the diseases, not only of the ice oni disease himself, but everybody, save Hero. I know that some people would want him dead, but I mean, Oda doesn't really kill off that many characters. It would have been nice to see him die and then maybe Chopper do something else, but whatever. It's just how it happens. He saved them. He saved everybody. Um, and you know, one of the baddest moments for me to see was, and by bad I mean good, was Chopper literally slapping Queen straight in the face. That was honestly one of the funniest things ever. You're just not taking any nonsense from Queen, and I know I'm just this is sarcasm, but it's kind of like Chopper's commander level right now. The way that he when he did that, just commander level. So might hear the power scale, but that slap in the scans, he drew blood, so obviously he's coming with some strength. We know that before we had some issues, and to think that maybe what happened to Chopper after the time skip, yes, he can control himself in that monster point, but how strong was he? That was one of the things that we had to him in the face. That was to me that was just golden. It was hilarious. Um, Seeing Marco come in and hold on to Queen as he gives him the slap, that's it was hilarious. And then everyone's reaction, like that was priceless to me. Like, oh, we're sorry, right? So that was hilarious to me. Like that was so good to see. Um, I mean, obviously, we know if Queen was being really serious, it'd obviously be something different. If Marco wasn't really holding by the neck, it'd be totally different. But let's not even get into that. He was the MVP of the chapter by doing that. Not only did he save thousands of people from the Ice Oni um, virus that Queen set out, he also slapped him in the face, showed how tough he can be, right? It doesn't matter if he would get owned by Queen, but he stood up to him, right? One monster point and he started to fight. So I know that Chopper as a character is supposed to be the doctor looking after everybody, but at the same time, he has to be a doctor who can fight. He's got to be capable so he can actually fight along with the crew. If we're going to be a part of, the Straw Hats crew, you're going to be the Pirate King's doctor, you still have to fight. So seeing that was actually really, really good to see him do that. Uh, what happened next after that? I mean, to me, that was great. For Momonosuke, in the next challenge or the next part of the story, everyone's expecting so much from him, and he's doesn't understand what's happening. But um, as Momonosuke turns into an eel, like that's something uh, very interesting because in the next panels we have CP0 talking and kind of mentioning like Vegapunk's lineage factors, right? Trying to synthesize our artificial zone food. So and it was resulted in a failure. And I mean, initially, and I can speak from the like the anime when you see Momonosuke, he's really hungry and he sees the fruit. Like it's still encased in that little glass or whatever, and he eats it. It was something different than from like the other small fruits that we've seen. So um, it is very random. It seems very random for the CP0 to actually mention that, but again, whether they're playing the game and they're understanding and seeing what's happening in the battlefield, who knows? Maybe they had some type of inkling that Momonosuke was a dragon. I'm not too sure. They said it was a failure. He goes, that is all happens with that. But Momonosuke is on his way and he's doing his thing. Most important part of the chapter, really, because I know it's going to cause a lot of debates, and I can't wait to see what other people are saying. I'm not a Twitter person, so I don't go on Twitter and see that. I just literally just watching YouTube, see what people say. um, Sometimes check in the comments or after I read the chapter. I do read the viz, but I also read the scans early because I just can't wait. Um, be interesting, right? The Scabbards are inside the room and they're talking. That they kind of remember a glimpse of a familiar face, like they had a dream. So right then and there, I'm like, okay, it's Toki. It's got to be Toki, because I mean that's Kawamatsu. So it would have been if it was here Hiyori, he would have known. He's seen her already, so he already seen her. But saying a familiar face, I'm thinking, okay, it's Toki. She's back. Um, and who cheated runes we don't know, but it was just kind of a dream. So Kinemon gets up, let's get back into the fight. They're about to open up the door, and boom, Kaido. Now I love to see like people's reactions. Like my reaction to this when I saw it was more like I was kind of like, okay, there's no way this is Kaido. I mean, sorry, not Kaido. There's no way this is Odin. There's no way. When I saw that, I was just like, oh my goodness. Like I'm looking at him, like something looks different about him. I mean, he looks exactly the same at first. His swords are different. Um, and he says you've all aged quite a bit. And I'm just like, okay, like who is this, right? Um, I really hope, me personally, I don't, I don't want it to be Odin for real because of the way that he died in earlier, or the way that we assume that he died, holding everybody up in the pot of boiling oil, taking that shot from Kaido, or Kaido shooting him or whatever. That's to me, it would lessen the effect of what was happening. It would lessen the impact for me. That doesn't mean that if he's alive, I would be like, okay, but it'd be like, what happened all of these years? I know there could be something like maybe Toki, somehow got to him just before he died and sent him back into the past. And I think the challenge, this would be a challenge in such a huge story, is when we start to get into the time travel business, right? So I'm looking at him, I'm just like, what? Like, if it's Odin, that's crazy. Um, I, I know that there is some thoughts of it could be Katarina Devon or Devon, however you say your name. I'm not too sure if I would say that's her. Me personally, I know the general idea. I agree with the idea that it could be Conjuro. It is one of his drawings, painted really well. Um, so I think it could be one of his. And for the sole purpose of just to, we know we're in Act 3 and it's supposed to end in disaster, or I assume that it's going to end in disaster, and a lot of people do as well. Um, is that here's what I think that could happen? It's Conjuro. It could, has the drawing of Kaido, or because we know that he paints really well. He comes in, gets all their hopes up. They're like, "Hey, we're ready to go. Let's go. We're ready to fight." And he says something that you know that they all remember, so only they would remember. So to make them believe it, and then I guess Kanjuro and Orochi come in, and that's how we find out that Orochi is still alive, and they attack them. Um, Maybe not kill him because we know Oda may not want to kill her. Doesn't really like killing off his characters, but maybe he beats them down really badly, and maybe they look like they're left for dead, and either Momonosuke shows up or Sanji shows up, and then he starts to fight the two of them, right? Or something happens. I'm not too sure what would happen after that, but the bringing in of it or the input or bring the resurgence or of Orochi. Not to say that he was dead, but he come back to life, right? And then he attacks the Scabbers with his seven heads or whatever, or six heads. Now they lost one of them, right? So he comes back and he attacks them, and he does something like that to them. So it would be interesting to see, right? And I mean, Oda's he just writes it perfectly. In my not perfectly, but he does a good job because he does this, and you know that a lot of people are going to be having a lot of theories and whatever, and he goes on break. So we're on break for another week. So to be on break and to have this happen, everyone's going to be speculating, and all the theories are going to run wild about how things are, who this could be. I really don't think that it's Odin. I know some people out there are going to say it is. Um, I would like to know what you think. If you think it's Odin, um, let's have a conversation in the comments below, just right below. And also, what did you think about the rest of the chapter? What did you think about what's going on with Momonosuke and the CP0 mentioning the fact about this artificial Zoan fruit that was a dud and just randomly said it, right? What are they up to? I would like to know what they're up to. I mean, I think I know what they're up to. We all know. Well, we don't all know, but I think that they're up to maybe they want the Yonkos to defeat each other. Yes, that's what they said, but they're also after Nico Robin. So I mean, what do you think? That's what I think. That's So let me know what you think. And of course, the MVP of the chapter for me, the highlight was seeing Chopper get his shot, and it was good to see. It was good to see that. I mean, everyone's slowly getting their shine. I know Sanji last few chapters, hasn't been getting the shine, but I know it's coming for sure. It's coming for him. But I know everyone else in the group is getting their shine. Um, and yeah, just let me know what you think about all those. Just wanted to touch on it quickly. And if you like anything I had to say, please drop a like, comment below. I'll be making more videos now. It's been a while since I made a video. Just starting off on this, but hopefully you liked anything I had to say. Just write comments below. Until the next time, see ya.